What up, YouTube? Still trying to get used to this vlogging thing. I've got a lot of time on my hands, so I might as well use it. I'm about to go to the city now, so I'm gonna bring you with me. I want to show you BBC, Big Black, you know what? It's in the center of the city in BRNO, so if you want to see it, just come with me. Whew. I'm so unfit. I'm walking to the tram station now, but I'm already palpitating. Palpitating? Is that the right word? I'm already tired. Okay.
Do you speak English?
Yeah,
Yes?
I speak English.
From Ghana,
South Africa. South Africa.
South Africa,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Are you Czech?
Pretoria, yes.
Cape Town. From or at least you know you've been to Pretoria.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Are you Czech?
Pretoria and
Johannesburg.
Yeah, Johannesburg, yes.
Oh,
Hello, thank you. Hello. My name is John. And you?
Nubo.
Nubo.
Yeah.
Hello, Nubo. Hello.
All right, nice to meet you.
And big brother.
All right. Thank you very much.
I wish you many and beautiful day. Many life.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what usually happens when I'm going around here. So I usually see a lot of people just coming to me, giving me a hug. Hey, where are you from? Are you from Africa? We're in South Africa and all of that. But usually they would think I'm from Ghana because there are a lot of people from Ghana around here. Anyway, we're getting close to the clock I was talking about. I'm just gonna turn here and show you. So ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. We're in the city center now. Namestis for Body. If you ever come to Czech Republic, check out Namestis for Body. So I want to show you, this is the clock that we call the BBC, the Big Black, you know what. So there's a story behind this clock. Usually you see a lot of people taking pictures around. There's a story behind this clock. I'll probably tell you. So the story goes like this. Many years ago, I don't know, I think, okay, I don't know the whole story behind this, but that's a clock. That's what I've been told. That's what I'm telling you. So if you ever come to Czech Republic, or if you ever come to BRNO, check this place out. course. So yeah, that was interesting. Now I want us to have a chat, but I want us to have a chat in a true Czech style with pivo. This is one of the beers that we have here in the Czech Republic. Not necessarily my favorite beer, but it's what I could find at this moment. Can you see? It's not focusing, I don't know. But anyway, let's have a chat. That is good. It's very hot in Czech Republic today. Well, it's very hot in BRNO today because I haven't been to the whole of the Czech Republic. But anyway, I found a place, a very nice place to sit in this park. So let's have a chat, as I said, in the true Czech way. Na zdraví. So, when that guy came to me to say he was really excited, Africa, he was really excited to see me. I made a video about this being black in the Czech Republic. Sometimes I find I can't really enunciate well, but anyway, I hope you guys can understand me. So I made a video about being black in the Czech Republic, and in that video some people, I know that was like the minority of the people who watched the video, they took it as an attack to them or to their country when I was telling my experience in the Czech Republic. So it wasn't necessarily talking about bad things that happen, but it's things like that. So people you go to the city, you meet people, they get excited because they see a black person from Africa. I've come to learn that some of them, especially when I was in Poland, apparently some people have never seen a black person before. So when they see one, they get excited and all of that. So that was that. I don't get offended when I see people, I mean, they're being nice and sometimes they want to take pictures. Sometimes they, just like that guy, they're just gonna, they're going to come and give you a hug. Anyway, that's not what I want us to talk about. I want us to talk about some of the ways in which living abroad has kind of changed me. And I think, first of all, living in the Czech Republic, this is the number one thing that has changed about me. Well, now I do drink quite a lot of beer, but when I was back in South Africa, I never used to drink beer a lot. I think I never even used to like beer that much. But now I drink quite a lot of beer, and not that that's a bad thing. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying it as a matter of fact. But I'm not surprised because I'm in the Czech Republic, and if you know anything about the Czech Republic, is that the Czechs really love their beer. By the way, this is a strange fact, but here's a strange fact for you. The Czech Republic drinks more beer per capita than any other nation in the world. Any other nation in the world. That's just a fact, but it's a bit strange. Well, I guess it's not strange because we live in a country where beer is cheaper than water. So what can we do? It's so hot today, so we drink, instead of getting water, you get beer, get pivo. So alcohol, I consume a lot of, specifically, I don't want to generalize and say alcohol. I want to specify and say beer. I drink quite a lot of beer. I think every weekend I will have a glass or two. I'm from from drinking occasionally to drinking every other weekend. It's a bad habit. So a second thing that I was thinking about that has changed since I got to the Czech Republic, my whole perspective in life has kind of changed. The way I look at people, my understanding of cultures. And not because I've only been here in the Czech Republic, I also kind of traveled. I went to France, I stayed a week in Paris, I stayed another week in Nice, then I went to Italy, I went Spain, to other countries as well. my whole perspective in life has changed. I find myself questioning a lot of things about myself, or a lot of things that I know, a lot of things that I thought I knew. So I think you get to realize that living abroad, you get to realize that normal, what we call normal, is actually a social, it's a social construct. Normal is a social construct. What is normal in another country may not be viewed as normal in in the next country. What I knew as normal in South Africa, I got here and people are looking at you like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, this is normal in my country. And I go, well, it's not normal here. Or I see people doing things where I go like, that's not normal at all. They're like, no, we all do this here. It's perfectly normal. So what is normal in another country may not be normal in a different country. This is why I'm saying normal is a social construct in that manner. So my whole perspective, of life in general has changed. One other thing that I think living abroad has kind of shaped me in, or changed me just a bit, I think in the area of personal growth. I'll say personal growth. I see things differently now. I'm no longer interested in the same things I was interested in, when I was still back home. I'm no longer talking about the same things I used to talk about when I was back home. I see this because I visited home about a month ago in August. I visited home, so I met a lot of my friends from South Africa, and I was talking to them. And one of the things I noticed is like, we think different. We are interested in different things. We talk about different things. It's difficult to kind of come back to your friends and be like, I'm no longer interested in those things. Coffee shop culture is quite big here in BRNO, and I go to cafes quite a lot. So to do my work, especially when I was still at school, I was always, but I'll be, alternating between the libraries and the cafes. In Cape Town, I never used to do that much, but one of the reasons is that I was quite broke when I was in Cape Town, so I didn't have money to just go spend every day in cafes and coffee shops and whatever. There's quite a big coffee shop culture out here, and I eat out more. Now I think this stems from the fact that when I was a student, because I graduated now in July, so I'm an engineer. So when I was a student anyway, I used to always be swamped with a lot of work. So one of the things I would do is just eat out almost every day. I didn't really have time to cook. I'd have a lot of assignments, a lot of tests to prepare for, or a lot of homeworks. So I wouldn't have a lot of time to cook. But in Cape Town, I was cooking like almost every day. Not that I could have afforded to eat out every day in Cape Town. I probably wouldn't have. This is just one of those things that I noticed that it kind of has changed. I don't know if it's healthy to always eat out, but I do it. And yeah, last but not least, if you are a South African, you'll probably relate to this. In South Africa, when we travel, we never really use hostels. I just learned recently that we actually have hostels, and this is something that I never really used back home. We use BNBs, we used hotels. I think also that's because hotels are relatively cheaper in South Africa compared to here, and they are good hotels as well, but they are cheap. Some of the hostels I find here in Europe, they are almost the same amount that I would pay for a hotel room in South Africa. So I guess here I started using hostels. The first time I used a hostel, I forgot what country I went to, so now I'm using hostels quite a lot, and it was really kind of weird when I heard about it. Someone told me about hostels, or what. I was like, what? This is not normal. Like you share like a room with like 4 to 8 other people, sometimes more, and you don't know them. So it was kind of like something that was very strange for me, but I decided to try it because I like trying new things. I quite liked it. I quite like it, to be honest, because you get to meet a lot of new people, and especially when you are traveling in summer, you meet a lot of other travelers. I now have friends from Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, because I wouldn't be able to visit North Korea, that's for sure. Well, people can still visit, but I don't want to. But anyway, this is what like using hostels does for you. You get to meet a lot of people. Sometimes they can tell you, they can give you some recommendations of places to see. Like, oh, I'm going to France. Oh, I was in France. What places did you see? Oh, you should check this. You should check, I don't know, the Louvre. You should check Notre Dame, and all of these places. So if you have lived abroad, I would like to know from you, what have you noticed about yourself that has changed? So for me, I've noticed that since I'm in the Czech Republic, I'm drinking a lot more beer than I did. I think that was inevitable, being in the Czech Republic. In fact, I think change when you travel is inevitable. Secondly, my perspective in life has kind of changed in some ways. I mean, there are still things that I see the same way, but I've learned quite a lot, so which ties into the personal growth I was talking about. So the fourth thing was that I don't cook as much as I did in Cape Town. But anyway, and the hostels, that was the last thing. I'd love to hear your own stories. Please comment down below and tell me what has changed about you, if you have lived abroad, and what country maybe you have lived in. If you are living in the Czech Republic, holla at you. So anyway, I will see you again on the next video. Now I have to head back home when I just finished this one. Please subscribe to see more videos. Yeah. See you guys.